This forecast update effective around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, October 6, 2013. And guys, we're getting really excited now that we have our first winter storm over the Midwest, dumping huge amounts of snow. Now we're going to be looking for those winter north storms in the Atlantic Ocean, and it looks like the forecast is now setting up for our first major swell event in the North Atlantic of the 2013 season. Now, I want to define major swell event by WBO.com standards, and that is anytime we have a storm system that will produce seas in excess of 25 feet, and we now have that in the forecast period. We're going to show you that in just a few moments, but here's what's happening right now with the remnants of Tropical Storm Karen over here in the Gulf of Mexico and a tropical wave that is just north of Puerto Rico. Models have been hinting at an East Coast event coming up in the forecast period, and it looks like the remnants of Tropical Storm Karen are going to merge with this tropical wave that is currently north of Puerto Rico and combine to make a coastal storm off the mid-Atlantic. That's what the current forecast models are showing us at the moment. Mind you, this is one model run of many to come, but here's how it looks like it's shaping up. The remnants of Karen is going to continue to move off towards the east across Florida, and this tropical wave is going to lift and develop into an area of low pressure and get on the backside of Bermuda as high pressure gets stacked up here north of or over Nova Scotia. There is an area of low pressure that is moving off Nova Scotia, and again, we'll show you that in just a few moments, but as high pressure replaces that, it's going to block whatever develops in here in between Bermuda and the East Coast and keep it off the mid-Atlantic. At least that's what the models are suggesting at the moment. Here's a close look at what's left of Tropical Storm Karen. Just a depression at the moment, probably a remnant low, but it's getting absorbed by the front. You can see the front moving into the southeast states now. That's going to continue to push it off towards the east, and you've got some high pressure stacked just off the southeast U.S. You can see how the rotation is of the clockwise rotation coming in north of the Bahamas here, and a little cyclonic spin just to the northeast of the Bahamas. Here's that closer look at that tropical wave now that is north of Puerto Rico, and you can see convection is firing up. There is a little bit of cyclonic spin in here. This is going to continue to move off towards the northwest and again develop an area of low pressure in here in about 48 hours. Here is the current low that's going to be moving off Nova Scotia, and this is going to get into the North Atlantic and is forecast to become a storm in the next 48 hours with winds up to 40 to 45 knots. And what this is in effect is going to do is the current Atlantic sea forecast. Now this image is in meters, so it's showing 8 meters in the at the center of rotation of that low pressure system, which is seas in excess of 25 feet. And in the 96-hour swell forecast, you can see that it's created a nice northeast groundswell, and Puerto Rico should get their first northeast groundswell of the winter season coming up, although early. So we're going to be watching this on the buoys to verify, but again, going back looking at the current wind wave forecast for the North Atlantic showing seas building in excess of 25 feet. Guys, that's what we call a major swell event. Now, here's what it looks like in the models. Okay, we're going to take you over here. This is the last night's run of the GFS. And as you can see, this is for Tuesday. You can see the remnants of Tropical Storm Karen combined with the front moving over Florida. Big south suck up going up in here towards the northeast states. And here's that area of low pressure now, just a tropical wave just south of Bermuda. Going in extending out a little further into Thursday. Here's that area of low pressure now, just backside of Bermuda, with an area of low pressure coming off that front. And you can see by Thursday, the pressure gradient really starts to get pinched in here. We've got east-northeast winds from the outer banks on up in here towards the northeast at probably 20 to 25 knots. And you can see that here is the leftover of that low pressure system. I'll go back into the 48-hour real quick, and here's here's that low that's moving off Nova Scotia. You can see right now it's down to 1,002 millibars in this frame. Lowest I seen forecast was 997, and so it's going to tighten up, and there's a tight pressure gradient through here. You can see the tight lines coming through here, going to create a north-northeast ground swell. Moving you out to the back out to the 108-hour mark on Thursday. Here's that area of low pressure again on the backside of Bermuda, and what was left of Karen combined with that front just off the mid-Atlantic. When we move you out here towards Friday, you can see that the two areas are now combining, and we still have a wraparound east-northeast flow now starting to filter down through the mid-Atlantic states. And then back going to Saturday, here's where it finally comes together and produces what is a coastal storm. Now, again, we're going to watch this through the satellite images to verify, and this is just one model run of many. But again, if you followed our last update, the models continue to hint that there is a possible significant event about to take place in the North Atlantic, and it looks like we're going to get our first big swell of the season for Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, and in the islands in here. That's all we got for you for now, guys. Stay tuned for the next update.